Thrasher Chronicles, my friend Joe Goff. Y'all ever have one of them buddies that whenever you get together, you can almost guarantee that you're going to get in trouble somehow, some way? Well, that was me and Joe Goff anytime we go riding motorcycles together. It just seemed like we were always going to get chased by the cops. Weren't our intentions, but just how it always worked out, seemed like. So it was October 30th, 1998. Yeah, it was a Saturday. Joe and I were leaving Damon's house, and I think we were headed to the mall, something like that. And we pull up to the light of 259 in Eden. I'm not really paying attention to much, and I feel Joe bump me and points over to my left. And as I look over, there's this little kid sitting there, and he is just coming unglued, waving, trying to get our attention. And right about that time, the light changes colors, and you know, his grandpa and this real cool old Bronco starts pulling away from the light. And the kid kind of got a little sad look on his face and was like, I can't leave him hanging like that. So they pull out in front of me, and I let them get a little stretch on me. And so I put him first, and I start easing to it, and I throttle up into a wheelie, and I hit second gear right as I'm coming up on his window. And his grandfather points at me this time, and this little kid looks over, and his eyes just get as big as the moon. I mean, just and so I'm up in a wheelie, and I wave to him, and he's waving back, and then I crest the hill, and I ride that thing out, and I put it down. Right as I put it down, I see there's a cop up on the right side of the road, and he's running radar, and he is throwing it in drive, and he is coming after me. And I just downshifted and took off. I mean, that's just what I did back in the day. I wasn't real good about stopping for cops. So Joe and I split ways. He didn't do nothing wrong, as normal. And he went on his way. I went on mine. They went back to the house, hung out for a little while, let the heat calm down. Later that night, you know, it was like some of the guys had rounded up some girls, and we were gonna go out to some haunted house out in the middle of nowhere. And so we go on this long road trip to get out to this haunted house. Damon almost ran into like 10 deer that were in the middle of the road. That was crazy. And do the haunted house thing. Then we're on our way back, and it's late, and it's like midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that. And we are hitting the point where my fuel light comes on. And I'm like, oh man. And I'm watching the miles tick down, and I'm getting real close to, I know even my reserve fuel's about to run out, and I see this gas station up in front of me. And so I just open it up. I'm trying to stretch this baby out. I'm giving as much gas as I can, because I just know that I'll be able to coast in there if I have to, just get enough speed going. Well, my right arm was getting tired from holding the throttle open, because I had it open for quite a while. And so I reach over with my left hand, and as I do, my bike goes ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm like, damn, I ran out of gas. So pull over in this parking lot. All the rest of the gang pulls in there, and they're all making fun of me. And I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? And Joe's like, I'll go get you some gas. Don't worry about it. I'm like, all right, cool, man. So everybody leaves me there all by myself as Joe runs up to this gas station. And as he's up at the gas station, I realized that I didn't actually run out of gas. When I reached over with my left hand to take the throttle, I hit the kill switch and shut my bike off while it's going down the road. Never had the nerve to tell him what happened, because he was so damn nice to go up there and get me gas and come back. When he came back there, I still acted like I was out of gas, and we fill it up, and then we go drop the gas tank off over the gas station, and then we head back in Longview, meet up with everybody at IHOP. Well, everybody got there before we did, so they all finished before we did. So Joe and I finish up, and we're cruising down the loop, and I actually need gas now, so we pull over to Exxon that's right there near 4th Street in the loop. Get gas. We're pulling out, and that is one of my favorite stretches of road. I mean, I just love to do wheelies right there. So we pull out at gas station. I hit first. I yank it up into a wheelie, and as I'm going through the intersection of 4th Street, I'm already in third gear and I am flying on one wheel. And I look over to my right and there's a cop sitting there at the intersection like, shit. So he hits the red and blues and he's coming after me. Joe just keeps on going about his way and he peels off right up on a 259 and he's headed to Damon's house. And I'm just thinking, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. So I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm not going to go to my house. Can't go to Damon's house because they know, where we all hang out. It was Wilmoth, and Wilmoth was a total prick. I mean, I'm the one riding wheelies, but Wilmoth just had a hard on for busting us. So I know I can't go to Damon's house. So I go up to Alpine Road, make a couple of turns, and I'm thinking, what in the hell am I going to do? And I was like, ding, ding, ding. I got an idea. I'm going to go over to Joe Goff's house because he told me once, you don't have to have keys to start his truck. And so I pull into his parents' house and I tuck my motorcycle up real nice and tight next to the house. And then I go over to his truck, crack it open. And it's in the garage. His parents are there. And go over there, shut the door nice and quiet. Sure enough, turn the ignition, fires right up. I back out and I cruise over to Damon's house. As I pull up, everybody's still out there, probably waiting for me to show up with cops in tow. And I come pulling up in Joe's truck, and everybody's like, what the hell? I mean, even Joe's kind of looking at himself like, I'm right here, so how's my truck pulling up here? And here I come popping out, and they're like, what the hell? I was like, man, I didn't know what to do, so I just went to Joe's house. Joe told me you didn't need the keys to start his truck, so I took it. And Joe's like, you know what, man? That's some damn quick thinking, brother. I was like, I hope you don't mind that I did that. He's like, hell no, man. You can use my truck anytime. It's like, appreciate it, bro. So, yeah, there were many more times like that Joe and I ran from the cops, but that was a Saturday that was just a memorable one. Hell yeah. Y'all have a good night.